Hi, I'm Crystal, and today I'm participating in the Last Days of Summer 25, an open collaboration hosted by Lene at Fashionably 50 Something. I am working in my Summer Adventure 2025 junk journal. A lot of times people say, what is a junk journal for? Well, this is what it's for me. And my husband and I went to see the King Tut Tomb Discovery Experience. I used my large ticket ephemera, and then I used some advertisements for this exhibit and our actual tickets. This was a very interesting exhibit. It is touring, so if it comes to a place near you, I definitely recommend it. They basically displayed a bunch of replica items as if you were walking into the tomb as it was discovered. I also saw the actual items when they toured the United States in the 1970s, so it was interesting to see what they looked like originally. Then later on in August, we had a summer trip, the first summer trip we've taken since 1995. Summer's always the busy season at work. I drove through Arcata, Oklahoma, then Clayton, New Mexico, on to Colorado Springs. And this whole area is in the rain shadow of the Rockies, so there is a bunch of nothing out there. When I stopped in the Oklahoma City area, I went to Brahms. It's traditional. And then I went to Pop's Soda Ranch on Route 66. This is basically a gas station kind of in the middle of nowhere, but they've specialized, and I made this flap out of a six-pack holder and made a little pocket on the back. But they've specialized in selling all different kinds of soda. So they've got this giant statue of a soda bottle out front, and then they've just got case after case of soda. That's one case that's all orange soda, all different brands. And of course they have fountain soda as well. So that was a very interesting stop, and if you happen to be near Oklahoma City, I definitely recommend it. I spent the night in Clayton, New Mexico, which is a tiny little town in northeastern New Mexico, but they have a hotel built in the 1890s and a movie theater that's been in operation since 1916. So I have listed in the description box a bunch of movie theaters all across the country of similar age. And, I just thought this was a lot of fun. And if you have one that's in driving distance of you, I would recommend it. I used my picture of their screen as my thumbnail. Then I went on to Colorado Springs. I wanted to see a mountain in person, so I have this discovery map of Colorado Springs. And I added this itinerary that I had prepared that showed what we were doing and my little confirmation from our hotel. That's my junk. And then I used some items from the tourist brochures to kind of fill in the pages, along with a few photos that I took. So we went to Garden of the Gods, which is a city park, free admission, that has these sandstone rocks, pieces of ancient seabed that were tipped up on their end. And apparently people go to this park to climb the rocks. I did not climb the rocks. I am not that kind of girl. What we did instead was take a trolley tour. So I have got some items from the trolley tour and then a couple pictures I took along this tour. That's my husband in the lower left. So that was very interesting to see. It's a lovely park, fabulous resource for people in the area. And then we stopped by this trading post that's been open for over a century. And we also visited the Olympic Museum, America the Beautiful Park, and we ate out a couple of times, and I've left myself some journaling space. The junk says born to be wild, and I changed that to born to be mild. Then we went up to the top of Pikes Peak, and I've used some information from the tourist brochure for my junk there, showing the cog railway we took to the top. Again, you can hike to the top of this mountain. It's 13 miles and an 8,000-foot elevation change. I don't think so. But also, the Purple Mountain's majesty in America the Beautiful is in reference to Pikes Peak. So I've got that explanation there on my page, taken from some tourist brochure. This is a little bit of video that my husband took at the top of this mountain. So you can see the train station for the cog railway. In places, that cog railway has a 26% incline. And just as a point of reference, if you're driving on a highway and it's 6%, they warn you. So this cog railway is kind of unique, and it's been in operation for over a century as well. Then we went to this touristy dude ranch. It is an operating cattle ranch, but really they specialize in chuck wagon suppers, and they have a lot of Western items. They've got some miniature donkeys, miniature horses. They've got somebody who does blacksmithing demonstrations and Indian dances, and then the evening ends with a Western music show. So I used a lot of their promotional materials and their tickets to fill out my page, along with a couple of photos that I took. So that was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed that. And then we finished up our trip by going to the Sky Space that is in the area. Here again, you can hike to the top of this mountain to go to the Sky Space, or you can take an ATV, and I'm sure you can guess which one I opted for. I am not a hiker. And we went to the sunrise show, so I am definitely not a hiker in the dark. But that was a fabulous trip for my last days of summer. But I want to talk about the MVP for road trips, and I'm not kidding. And it's this Charmin to Go. This is a little roll of toilet paper that I've thrown in my purse and carried around for thousands of miles, and it does come in handy from time to time. I think that this particular Charmin branded item is not available any longer. You used to see it with travel size, but there are some options, and I've linked to one in the description box. So if you drive around, highly recommend. Anyway, I'd like to thank Lene for hosting this open collaboration, and I hope you had a wonderful summer. Thanks for joining me.